Right guys, welcome back to the channel, and we've got something a little bit different today. Liam's come around with his Space Wolves and his Eldar, and we're going to play some 1000 point games on 4x4 board, and we're going to change the rules up slightly. We've put 5 objectives, 1 in each corner and 1 in the centre. Josh unfortunately can't make it tonight, but he is joining us via Skype. Say hello, Josh.
Hello.
So this is going to be the board. We're playing on 4x4 and we're going to play some custom missions. We thought we'd mix things up with the armies as well, so I've got 2 forces and Liam's got 2, so we'll basically get each of my armies against each of Liam's. So let's talk you through. Right, so here we go. Here are the Dark Eldar forces. For HQ we've got a homunculus and he has a liquefier gun, no other upgrades. For fast attack we've got a unit of Scourge with 4 haywire blasters, and we've got 2 squads of 3 Reavers, each one having a cluster caltrop in there. We have a Ravager with 3 Dark Lancers and Night Shields. We've got 5 Mandrakes. I had some points left over, so I thought why not, let's take them for a spin. Got a completely bog standard Razor Wing, disintegrator cannons, twin-linked splinter rifle, and 2 monocyte, 2 necrotoxin missiles. And then we've got 2 units of troops. One is a 10-man squad with a splinter cannon of warriors in a raider with splinter axe and night shields. The other one is 9 warriors, all with splinter rifles in a raider with night shields and splinter axe as well. So that's 1000 points of Dark Eldar. Right, so here's the Eldar forces. Do you want to talk us through it?
For my HQ I have a Farseer with the Witch Spear.
Yep.
On a Skyrunner. I have 3 troop choices. Jet bikes, 3 squads of 3 jet bikes, all upgraded with scatter lasers.
Yep.
I have a Wave Serpent as a fast attack choice.
Yep.
I also have a 6-man squad of Swooping Hawks with the XR upgrade with the Sun Rifle.
Yep.
And in my Elite's choice I have 5 Wraith with the Deflamer in a Wave Serpent. Both the Wave Serpents have Hollow Field upgrade, Underslung Shuriken Cannon, and twin-linked Star Cannons.
No problem. So we're going to dice off and see who goes first, see which armies we're using, and go through the first game. Right, so welcome back. The first game has ended up being Dark Eldar versus Eldar. I won the roll-off and I have elected to set up first. However, I'm very tempted to let Liam have first turn. We'll have to see what happens though. So what we're doing with this first game is at the end of your turn, if you control one of the 4 corner markers, you get 1 point. If you control the centre marker, you score 2 points. And obviously we'll play the 5 turns and go up to turn 7 if necessary. I've still got my infiltrators to do though. A few notes. Liam's psychic powers in the Farseer. He has got Will of Azurian, Guide and Psychic Shriek. So he's got 3 bikers with the Farseer, 3 more. Wave Serpent with the Wraith in here. The other Wave Serpent here with the 3 bikers. And the Hawks are in reserve. So we'll infiltrate my Mandrakes and then I'll decide whether or not I want to go first or not. Right, so deploying for the Dark Eldar, we've got the Ravager here, sideways obviously to grab the cover, the Scourge straight behind. We've got 2 units of 3 Reavers in the ruins and both Raiders filled with warriors. This one at the back without the Tyranid head on is the one with the homunculus in. The Mandrakes have infiltrated up here. My Warlord trait is Labyrinthine Cunning, so I do get to reroll Seize the Initiative and reroll Night Fighting. It is Night Fighting, but I also get to reroll my reserves. Liam's Warlord trait was moved through cover, which is going to be brilliant for his bikers. But yeah, I think I'm going to let Liam have first turn, and I'm not going to see. So we'll move on to Eldar, turn 1. Alright, so Eldar turn 1, the Wave Serpent has moved up to 6 inches. The bikers past the difficult terrain as they're not within 12 inches of the far sea just to grab this objective. The Wave Serpent at this side with the Wraith Guard in has just pulled forward. These bikes looking to probably shoot down this way, possibly take out the Ravager. And the Farseer and his squad have jumped up this way as well. Farseer has cast Guide on these bikers here. I tried to stop it, but unfortunately couldn't. And he cast Will of Azurian as well. So all these bikers at this side are fearless and have adamantium will. So we'll now go on to shooting phase and see what damage Liam does. Right, so shooting phase. The bikers that were here shot through at this raider, and despite getting 3 glances and 3 pens, passed every single one of me 3 up covers without jinking. They then assault jumped back. The Wave Serpent here popped its shield, and with its shield and the Shuriken cannon and star cannons managed to score first blood, taking out all of the mandrakes. This Wave Serpent hasn't moved or shot. These guys and the other bikers back here shot through, blew up the Ravager and killed the Scourge. The other bikers then shot at the Scourge, killed 1, which left them down to 3, and they failed the morale check and ran off the board. As a result, they've all assault jumped back, so Liam scores 1 point for scoring this objective, 1 point for scoring this objective as they are within 3 inches, and he also scores first blood. So at the end of Eldar turn 1, the score is 3-0. Right, so after a abysmal start for the Dark Eldar, this raider's pushed just far enough forward to grab their objective, and this one has pulled forward. There is a hole in the ruins through there, and he elected to shoot all the way through at this one biker that he could see. Fortunately, Liam passed his fork cover. He didn't get stealth due to me having night vision. These Reavers, unfortunately, I'm going to have to sacrifice them. I need to catch back up on points. So they are just within 3 inches of their objective there. And the Reavers here are flat outed just to grab this objective as well. That's the end of my turn already. So I score 1, 2, 5 points. So we'll now move on to Eldar turn 2. Alright, so Eldar turn 2. This Wave Serpent's passed its difficult terrain and is securing this objective marker here. This Wave Serpent is backing up with the Wraith Guard, and Liam was looking to flame these. Unfortunately, in the cyclic phase, the Farseer that jumped up here cast Sight of Shriek on them, and Liam rolled a 16. Couldn't pass all them 6 will feel no pains, unfortunately. He tried to cast Guide on the squad, but I managed to stop it. And he also cast Will of Azurian as well. The Hawks came in, landed here, grenade packed on the Reavers. Didn't realise that if you get 6 Hawks, large blast strength 4 ignores cover. I need to get me a 6th Hawk. Anyway, one of them died. I passed a 6 will feel no pain, but then they've ran 8 inches just on the board. So that's the end of the movement and psychic. Let's move on to shooting and see what damage Liam's going to do. Right, so in the shooting phase, the Swooping Hawks managed to blow away the remaining 2 Reavers, and the battle focused onto this objective here. The Farseer and the bikers, they have assault jumped back, but before they assault jumped back, shot everything at this raider, blew it up and killed 5 of the guys inside. This Wave Serpent here shot straight through at this raider, managed to get 2 glances, but I passed both of my cover saves. The bikers that were here have just assault jumped back out of the way as well, and those guys are still there. So Liam scores 1 point for this one, 1 for this, 1 for this, making that 3, plus 2 for this. That scores Liam 5 points, plus his 3 from earlier, puts him at 8 points to my 4. Right, so movement phase, my Razor Wing has come screeching on, looking to hopefully take down the Farseer and this squad of bikers. These guys are a threat. I know I placed him right in their way, but I'm hoping to bring enough firepower from the disintegrator cannon here and these guys to hopefully take out the Hawks or make them run. See what happens with the shooting, but I'm looking to hopefully pump out 18 poison shots straight down into those Wraith Guard. So let's see what happens in the shooting phase. Right, so the disintegrator cannon from the Raider took out 2 Hawks, and then the 4 shots from the Warriors managed to take out another one. As a result, the Hawks ran. Liam only rolled a 6-inch run though on 3 dice, so they're still pretty much in my deployment zone. Meanwhile, 18 poison shots from this raid. I was hoping to do more damage than I did. I only got 6 wounds on the Wraith. Liam failed 2 saves. Meanwhile, the Razor Wing, screaming on like a hurricane, dropped 2 Fleshbanes and 2 Monocyte missiles and inflicted about, 17 wounds or something. And unfortunately, Liam just couldn't pass enough saves. Razor Wings are brutal when you get direct hits with the missiles. So, that only scores me 1 point for securing this objective, which puts me at 5 points to Liam's 8. So we'll now move on to Eldar, turn 3. Right, so as expected, Leadership 9, the Hawks have rallied and regrouped. They're 3 inches onto this objective. The Wraith have jumped back into the Serpent has pivoted round, and this Serpent just pushing forward slightly as well. Right, so the bikers from this side have pulled sideways, and these guys have pulled forward as well, probably looking to snap shoot up at the Razor Wing. The Hawks have rallied onto the objective. The Wraith Guard are back in this Wave Serpent. It's spun round looking to probably take out the Warriors or the Raider here. And this Serpent has pulled forward just enough from my last turn as well. I did get to slay the Warlord, so the score is actually 6-8 as it stands at the moment. We'll now move into Eldar shooting for turn 3. Right, so this Wave Serpent shot the Star Cannon and the Shuriken Cannon. I managed to only get 2 wounds on these guys. They have passed the leadership test. Meanwhile, this Serpent unloaded the Star Cannon and the Shuriken Cannon at this raider down here and didn't do anything, but then Liam rolled a 12 for his Serpent shield, blew it up. The guys inside, however, are not pinned, so the Homunculus and the 9 Warriors have jumped out. All of the bikers decided to shoot up at the Razor Wing. I did elect to jink, as I thought if he does get hits, his strength 6 is going to damage me. He got a glance on it that I failed the jink for though. As you can see, that one unit has a sword jump back. So Liam's currently on 8 points. That makes it 9. That makes it 10, 11, 12, 13 points at the end of turn 3 for Liam against my 6. So let's see what the Dark Eldar can respond to. Alright, so my turn was incredibly quick. These guys got a 6-inch move through cover, so they're hanging out here, still securing the objective. The Razor Wing has flown off the board, and the Homunculus and the Warriors moved 6 inches forward. Homunculus used his liquefier gun and killed 2 of the Hawks that were left. I didn't shoot any of the splinter rifles and then charged in. Thanks to Furious Charge, the Homunculus and the Warriors managed to cut down the Swooping Hawk Exarch and consolidate 6 inches back into the ruins. So that scores me 1 point here, 1 point here, putting me at 8 to Liam's 13. So we'll now move on to Eldar, turn 4. Right, so Liam's turn's been quick. The Wave Serpent has stayed here, still securing that. The bikers are staying there. The bikers are at the back and flat out over here. The Serpent has moved 6. These have disembarked and killed the front 5. Fortunately for Liam, or fortunately for me rather, the 3 and the Homunculus were just out of range. I maybe should have consolidated them a bit further back. But never mind, I'm going to try and take these guys down in my turn. So, this one is contested. Liam doesn't score that one, but he scores 3 points here. Sorry, 2 points. 1 for this, and 1 for this. That's another 4 points for Liam. That puts him at 15. Right, so I was debating bringing the Razor Wing on to try and take out these guys or the other bikers, but I thought, nope, the Wraith that are here are going to be more brutal. So I thought I'll chance the poison shots and the liquefier gun and killed them. Obviously the Razor Wing was here, so he had no other targets apart from this one disintegrator cannon, was just within the 45-degree firing arc of the rear armour here. Managed to get a glance with a single hit, and Liam passed his 5 invuln. His Wave Serpents and them invulns are ridiculous. So I scored 2 points for holding this objective and holding this one. That puts me at 10 to Liam's 17. So we'll move on to Eldar, turn 5. Right, so Liam's jet bikes moved from out of cover here, round the side, and obliterated the warriors here, and have assault jumped onto this objective, scoring them another point. Both wave serpents and the bikers here. The bikers moved out and shot up at the razor wing, and I managed to jink 3 glances that Liam got. This wave serpent unloaded everything down here, killed 2 warriors and caused a wound on the homunculus. The bikers then assault jumped back, and we decided we're going to call the game there as Liam's absolutely ran away with it. So he scores 1 more point there, 1 here, 1 here, and 2 more for here. That puts the score at 22 to 10 to Liam. And he might have line breaker here, but like I said, he's absolutely ran away with the score.